Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of All the Mods 9 to the Sky. I wanted to say Skyblock, but I resisted. Anyways, another wonderful experience in the Skyblock universe. As many of you know, surely you're not joining this in the middle of the series, right? Anyways, you'll notice we have something new that we didn't have last time. That is, of course, this big old storage space. So sticking with the theme that we went over last time as far as how I want to develop the base and how I want to progress it forward, we're going to be building buildings to house all of our setups, basically. So this is going to be our storage setup where we access our main hole of items. Now, some of these will probably change out. I just threw a lot of them into the oak drawers so that way I didn't overcrowd this one diamond barrel, which is still pretty much overcrowded. Um, all that being said, sorry. Ooh, got the yawns. All that being said, we have some frame storage drawers. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with the functional storage mod, we'll take a quick look just so I'm not glossing over it. So we have all these normal ones that I'm sure you've already made by now, given it's just putting a chest into a crafting area and bam. Now the framed ones are pretty simple. You just take iron nuggets and surround a chest and then you get a framed one. It tells you how to change the texture right here in this long little paragraph. Basically, you just insert the two items that you want to texture the block as. So for example, if I want to use this for the outside, this would be the inside, and then I would put the frame drawer right here. And that would give us, whatever combination that would create. Hold on, it's getting nighttime. I want to go sleep because I don't know that I have the base super well lit up. All right, there we go. So, yeah, basically, once we get enough purple blocks, which we're currently working on, since we have, chorus flour, it kind of became a lot easier to get the chorus fruit, which of course we need to smelt in order to get purple blocks rocking and rolling. That being said, we're just sort of waiting on it to build up. So in the meantime, I built this big old thing, which honestly did not take that long, given we have access to a diamond wand now, which can build, pretty much as far as what you would want it to build. I don't understand or could understand why someone would need it to go further than 128 blocks. Now, I meant to just test out this storage system to be like, okay, yeah, this is something we could actually use. It's a good one, yada, yada, yada. But it's literally so simple that whenever I placed it down and tinkered with it for 3 minutes, I got it up and running. So we're going to go through the RF Tools storage system, which is one that I never really messed with in the past. Don't ask me why. I was just like, I mean, there was always another route that I already knew. And so I never bothered to learn RF Tools storage system. That being said, I probably should have, because this thing is, I mean, it's simple, it's powerful, and it's, yeah, I mean, I hesitate to call it limitless. We'll definitely end up upgrading past it just so that way we have access to automatic crafting and all the other beautiful things that refined storage and AE2 offer, right? I haven't decided which one we'll go with. I prefer refined storage just because it's the one that I know better. But from my understanding, AE2 in this pack does have some extra additions that allows it to play well with Project E. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Anyways, what this router essentially does is it scans the area for all of the storage boxes, devices, whatever you want to call them. So it's picking up everything down there, including each individual drawer. Now you won't see that on mine because if you click on an item, you can see we have this little remove from inventory or remove inventory from list. We're not going to do it for this diamond barrel because obviously we want this diamond barrel on the list. But basically for all of the individual drawers down there, you have to go through and remove them. To build this, it's really, really simple. Here it is, the storage scanner, RF Tools storage. Takes 2 ender pearls, which we of course got this from sieving, whatever you want to call it. Crushed end stone, so we got through that last time. And then the rest of it's pretty basic, gold, redstone, good to go. Lapis for the blue dye here, and you just need gold and iron, so it's very, very cheap, which is nice. It does require power, so we're going to be going into the Flux mod just a little bit, because that's pretty much all I ever do with Flux is get these points and the Flux plugs, and then I'm like, well, I'm good to go. So we'll go through that process here, and that's basically what is providing power to our storage scanner. That being said, we have access to, like I said, everything down below us. We can call upon it for recipes. If I want to do this, I can, send one to my inventory, and there we go. It's honestly a very expensive way to craft that, given you can just use one chest to craft one, but that's whatever. So yeah, that's how that works pretty much. If you want to look at just an individual inventory list, you can click on them here. You can move them up and down and to the bottom and all that kind of stuff for separate organizing purposes. You can store recipes if you need to have one that you're using all the time. For instance, if I was to take this iron ore chunk and put that in there, this might be a recipe that, oh shit. Forget whenever you click, you're like clicking it out. But this might be a recipe that I want to store, right? So that way I can come back here and simply click it. I don't have to find it and make it every single time. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And then I went one step further because I was like, well, let me see how good it is, yada, yada, yada. So we have the RF Tools storage tablet, which is also acting as access to my inventory. So I can access this literally from all the way across the base. I haven't seen a limit to it. I'm not going to say that it works in the nether, but it works in the overworld for sure. What this is, if I shift and right click, we have two components here. So we have the tablet, very simple to make, block of quartz. It doesn't have to be the lavender or the red or the elven, just a regular block of quartz. Gold, redstone, emerald, you're good to go. Once you have the tablet, you'll need a storage control screen module. It's very wordy, but it's redstone, iron, and 2 crafting tables. So it's very, very cheap. And essentially what this does, if you read in the orange there, sneak right click on a storage scanner to set the target for the storage module. It's basically all you need to know is find your storage scanner, shift, right click with this. You'll see the little message pop up in the bottom left that it has been set. Then you simply open your tablet back up, throw this on, make sure the blue one is selected for the one that you're currently highlighted, and then you're good to go. And yeah, like I said, I haven't noticed a range on it yet that's like, oh, you're out of bounds. So we're pretty much good to go. Now, as far as Flux goes, Flux is very, very simple and something that I'll explain because it confused me a little bit whenever I first looked at it, and then I took another look and was like, ah, that makes sense. So first and foremost, let's just look at the Flux point, which is very similar to the Flux plug. The only difference is in the center, there is a Flux block. So Flux is basically this little dust here, obtained by compressing redstone dust with bedrock and obsidian. If we click on the second tab here, we'll see the real way to create it. So you can either have a block of bedrock that you put redstone on top of, leave a little airspace where the redstone is sitting, and then put a piece of obsidian, left click it with an empty hand, and it'll give you flux dust. You can do a lot of this at once, so if you throw down a stack of 64, it'll work. Furthermore, if you have a flux block, you can also smash on top of that. And then here, this is what kind of confused me, and it's because I wasn't reading the very fine print down there in the bottom right. You see it says y plus 2 equals obsidian. That's going to be this top block that you smash. Y plus 1 equals redstone dust. That's going to be where you put your redstone dust. And y plus 0 equals obsidian 1x. Now, a couple things to decipher here. If you're absolutely new to modded Minecraft and everything in general with Minecraft, y plus 0 just means on a certain level. So let's say it's y32 or y64, it doesn't matter. That is 0. Then you're going to go y plus 1, so up 1 block, whatever block you're at. So 32 on y33, that needs to be the redstone. And then on y34, that needs to be the obsidian. The other confusing thing is that obsidian 1x is actually a block of compressed obsidian, which very simple to make, but if you happen to miss the 1x down there, then you'll just be smashing obsidian on obsidian, and I mean, it's not going to work. So here is the 1x. It's 9 pieces of obsidian, and then you're good to go. Treat it as a base block. You can... Actually, I bet you we can go ahead and do some of this. Take some redstone. Sorry, that's my phone. Take some obsidian. And then I will need to turn off my magnet. I'm not sure if I went over the magnet, but they're very useful and very simple little gadgets. So you just shift right click to turn it on, and this is the recipe. It's very, very simple. All right, so that's the magnet there. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. But yeah, if we turn it off, we can get this little setup going. So what you'll do is have your setup just like this. Obsidian or bedrock or whatever the hell you're using. Air for the redstone. Another piece of obsidian. Take the redstone. Toss it onto the block. Boop. Left click. Good to go. Whole stack of it. I'll leave that block there just in case I need any more. Yada, yada, yada. But it's very simple to get the flux. That's why I say it's, it's not something that we needed to spend an entire episode on or diving into or any of that kind of stuff. It's something that's been around for a long time, so I'm sure a lot of you already know how it all works. From there, you just got to read. One of them receives energy from adjacent blocks, flux plug. This is what the one you're going to put near your generators, right, wherever you're building power. And a flux point provides energy. This is where you're going to put on your machines to power them, or rather, even better idea, put on your wiring, and then it'll power all of your machines instead of using one flux point per machine, which I know I have for up there, but that's because I like to keep my storage systems separate from my automation systems and so on and so forth. So that's going to be flux all dealt with. I need to make a comment on the sword blueprint because this actually, let's see. Okay, cool. Completing the sword blueprint gives us a blaze rod. Now, blaze rod has EMC, and since we're already in Project E, you guessed it, we can make infinite blaze rods just by using our energy condenser. So if we click on this quest here, you'll see I did come through just to complete this one little blueprint mission. You do have to complete all the ones along the way, but it's very simple. This is a check. This is just telling you how to make tools with Silent, which, I mean, Silent can get gotten into very early, so it's not like gated behind anything major. I'd say probably the biggest thing is lapis, but honestly, once you have your first bit of gravel, you're kind of already on your way. So yeah, once you complete this quest, you get a blaze rod. Once we had a blaze rod, I just threw it into the little energy condenser over here. So, and right now it's kind of all backed up with cobble, but if I take one out, you'll see all of that energy has been storing, and then it goes into a blaze rod, and all the blaze rods go over here. So we already have a stack plus some, plus whatever I've transferred over there already. So we're doing pretty good as far as that goes. And of course, blaze rods can be used for various things as far as upgrading in the future. Now we're on to what we're going to be doing today. A lot of catch up, but I want to do a lot of these smaller sort of side missions, if we can call them that, in the meantime. You know what I mean? In between episodes. So that way we're not sitting here all episode just doing a bunch of small things to make our quality of life that much better. Plus, I get a lot of time where I can't necessarily record, vocals and like do commentary, but I can still play and I can still have downtime. It's just kids are sleeping or wife's sleeping. It's late at night, that kind of thing. One other mention, huge mention here, redstone clock and snad. If you're trying to get a lot of sugarcane or cacti, get a piece of snad. It's just 2 pieces of sand. Look it up. It's SNAD to spell it. Sugarcane can go up for quite a while. Oh, I was like, why is this stuff not being picked up? Well, I don't have my magnet on. Nope, there aren't any blocks that I want to make silent right now. So, yeah, redstone clock, it's very... Oh, shucks. I didn't mean to alter that. Now I got to go all the way back to there. It's very easy to make, and essentially it just gives off a redstone signal every tick frequency. So right now it's on 5, so every 5 ticks, I think. think that's how it works. It gives off a redstone signal. SNAD, if you didn't know how it works, when you provide it with a redstone signal, it sort of has a bone meal effect on whatever is on top of it. So there's that. Now you know. And finally, we're on to what we're going to be doing today, which is going to be setting up item collection, how we're actually going to be automating getting all of our resources. I know I said we were going to be doing a storage video, but you know, storage is a lot of moving stuff around. Like a lot of this was just picking it up over there, running over here and going plop, 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 plop. So it can get a little boring and a little tedious. Just for, you know, fine detail's sake, we do have a frame storage controller here, as well as another one over here. So if you saw two up top, that is correct. I have two because one just won't cut it. If we take this out and look at the range, one gets us one entire set over here and about half down the middle, and same thing for that one over there, just due to positioning and yada, yada, yada. So with all that out of the way, we're going to go on to what my master plan is for auto sieving, because of course you can gain your resources through mystical agriculture. You can do it through the auto hammers, which you've probably seen these. Most people are probably using them, and that is the auto hammer here and the auto sieve here, because they're very simple. You don't really have to set up anything too complicated. They feed into one another. You just throw a mesh in. You don't have to keep replacing hammers. It works. And honestly, I mean, we still may end up using the Flux hammer because it is just that simple as put in cobblestone, get out gravel. Put in gravel, get out sand. Put in sand, get out dust. So we'll see. They're very easily upgradable, yada, yada, yada. But so is this setup here. Kinda. So upgrading the mesh for this system is a bit more costly than the other system, but also this system works much faster, much quicker. So if you've ever used an auto hammer, then you know how quickly it can truly process items and materials, and we all know that to be, well, not very fast. Once you get them all upgraded, sure, but then that costs a ton of RF or, you know, FE, whatever energy you're using. So an alternative to having a fast system, albeit a little more expensive on the direct items you have to put in, this system actually works a lot faster. One, we have 16 sieves going at once instead of just one sieve. Two, the click machine is powered by rainbow magic, so you don't have to worry about actually powering it. And this does 20 clicks per second, which is, I mean, as you can see, enough to get through several stacks in a matter of, it's 15 seconds tops. So there's ender pearls and everything sorted right, and then all we have to do is basically sort out how to feed this machine the various different blocks. And again, we can get our gravel from the auto hammer if we want to. There's a lot of different ways to go about getting gravel and sand. I do have a preference, but it would require us to get into industrial foregoing, and so that's a bit convoluted just for this whole little process. But you know, there's a lot of different ways. You could use create, right, and just have cobblestone constantly dropping in it and gravel constantly popping out it. There's the sag mill from Ender.io. Hammer, of course. The immersive engineering crushing of cobblestone. This is the one I like the best, the material stonework factory, because you can kind of set it to turn cobblestone into gravel or turn cobblestone into sand, and it'll sort of break it all the way down for you, which is really nice. Crusher mechanism, right? You could even use bees. I didn't think about that. Pulverizer from thermal. So there's a lot of different ways, which is why I may just end up going with the auto hammer, because it is so stinking simple. You just got to give it power and it'll break stuff down. But this is going to be my main setup, and then we're going to focus on increasing how we pulverize our powder instead of worrying about increasing how we sieve and pulverize, because our sieving is, I mean, it's going to take care of itself. Once we get a mob farm, all these meshes, we can actually enchant them with fortune and efficiency, which makes it go faster and give us more rewards. You don't need 16 by 16 for each one. Honestly, doing a 9 by 9, or honestly, because it's constantly running, even a 4x4 would be plenty to keep you pretty satiated. But this is going to be my setup because I want it to be in building form. And so this kind of makes the most sense for me. We're going to have one item collector in the middle. These basic item collectors are incredibly easy to make. Obsidian and an ender pearl. And I mean, you saw how fast I just got some ender pearls there. The main thing will be providing all of the meshes because, well, it's going to be a lot. But these even this little basic item collector can collect for 2 setups if you're doing the 4x4. So, and again, we're just doing the 4x4, so I don't ever have to worry about speed. As far as whenever I need something, I can just sort of throw it in to one of the systems and it'll be good to go. Now, that being said, I have been thinking about how I want to actually do this, whether it's semi-manual, and I sort of load up a little box here and it just ships it out and, you know, sift, send. Or if I want it to be completely automatic and I just have like, this is gravel, this is sand, go up a layer, one is dust and one is in stone, go up a layer, one is netherite, one is deep slate. You know, it's like, I don't know if I need all of them constantly going. As a matter of fact, I don't think I really do. Speaking of deep slate, I guess this is another thing. I had a wandering trader come on by, so we bought some packed ice. I do have some extras in reserve just in case I happen to need them. But yeah, so that's, if you ever see a wandering trader with blue ice, packed ice, wither skeleton skulls, blue ice right here, and get some emeralds. And yeah, just buy it. You'll thank your lucky stars later, trust me. So I think that is everything caught up as far as what we've been working on in between episodes and where I want to head with this episode specifically. So with that being said, you're going to see actually a bit of the base building that I've been doing, because I've kind of been doing a lot of it off camera, and it's just because, I mean, a lot of it's just placing the same old blocks. I'm going to get rid of this range shown so that way I can actually see what I'm doing here. And so this is my thinking, is I want to have pillars going up along the sides. And then I want to have glass basically showcasing the magic at all times. That makes sense? And this is why I say building is so easy, because you can just take your building one and voila. Careful not to fall off the edge, of course. That would always suck. We're not going to do that, right? We're seasoned veterans. We're honed individuals. We are mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's been a long time since I've seen that series, but I keep seeing, you know, this and that in the news about it, because I try to keep up with what's coming out for kids, so I can know if there's a good series that I want my daughter to watch, or one that's like, oh, hey, you know what, I watched that as a kid, maybe this sorry, maybe this remix, you know, is halfway decent, which we all know to usually not be true, but I like to give things a shot. So Power Rangers has just been on the mind here recently, and I've been like, you know what, I wonder how well it aged, essentially. Is it a good thing? Was it a bad thing? I don't really care to know the answer, just so we're all clear. It's just something that's like, oh, I wonder where that's at, you know? What are you guys up to nowadays? Oops. All right, so that's all good to go. We're going to break this setup down here because this, well, it's no longer needed. Want the click machine, that's for sure. We're going to have to make a couple more of these things. Get my basic item collector back. And now I do need to make some meshes for the other one over here. And then as far as where we're going to be putting this, I guess we'll just do it right right here, but I really need something above it in order to do this. Because it places down facing the opposite direction, I believe. Right? So if I do that, should be facing down. Yeah, it is. All right. That. Make sure you turn it up. Otherwise, it's doing 0.04 clicks per second, which is just not fantastic. And again, it's just running on rainbow magic, so it doesn't really matter what's going on with it. Why do I only have 15 sieves? Doesn't make any sense, because I should have had 16 from over there, and then I broke one from over here. That should have given me 17. Oh, there it is. All right, so wait, does this... I never put a sieve on there, did I? Shit. Hold on. There. Now there's a sieve on there. Pricey averted. That and that. All right, so now, yeah, this is pretty much good to go if I just pipe items in. I'm thinking. Because I could do... Let's see, what does an ender chest really cost us here? Oh, it's... One thing I will say is that doesn't sync up with JEI over here, and that is one thing I've become accustomed to. So this takes blaze rods, obsidian, and wool to make the chest, and then to make the pouch, we gotta have leather and an eye of ender. How many of these chests would we realistically need? Are you a new wandering trader or an old? You're an old one. Well, would we ever want to differentiate what goes in where? Probably doesn't matter, right? If it's all being sent back to the same thing and then sorting has happened. So if we just have one ender chest here, we could pump out from that and go into both machines. So one over there, and then we'd have one probably over here, right? Or maybe even one just like on the front of the building that we could deposit into. Because it doesn't really matter. Eventually, we'd probably just have it being constantly fed items. And then where do we want our crushing and all that to go? Probably over with our machines and power. Or do I want to do another building with our resource production? And I don't mean this kind of resource production. I mean like actual big machines resource production. Things that'll house like this and all of the energy condenser setups that we'll probably have, because I mean honestly just through energy condensers you get a lot of really good items, and so I don't want to miss out on that. Yo, you are cramping my style. Did y'all just appear? No, you're still that same one. Okay, so yeah, let's do ender chest. And I mean, as far as crushing and all that goes, how do we want to set that up? Do I just want to do auto hammers over there and feed it back into the system? Seems like a fine idea. So let's aim to make like oh. Actually, what does an ender drawer cost us? An ender chest. But you could also use a basic ender chest for those. So that's not that bad, actually. So we could do an ender drawer for, I'm thinking like dust, gravel, sand. And that's it, really? I mean, maybe some of the other ones. But it's way better than going through this process and this process, right? Let's see. Leather and eye of ender. Or obsidian and eye of ender. I don't know. That costs 8. What does the other one cost us? Just trying to see which one's a little cheaper. This only costs 4 pieces of obsidian here. Okay. I don't know, this only costs 3 pieces of obsidian, so it really relies on blaze rods. Interesting. But also gotta have wool. Do I have wool like that? It is EMCable. Hmm. There you go. There's some wool. And honestly, I kind of want this set back up on blaze rods. We don't have so many that I'm like just confident and comfortable. Okay. So with that all done, now let's take a look back at the ender pouch. How much leather do I have in the system? 54. I could probably start making some more leather, right? Shit, I keep taking stuff out and I don't mean to. I'm sorry. Alright, yeah, let's get some of this going. Now, where are we sitting at? 92. That's a bit better. Okay, so let's look at doing this. And now, how many did I say we wanted? Like 4? Okay. Easy enough. And then ender chest. Can I make 4 of these? I can make 4 of these? Let's go. Okay. So, ender chest will have set like that. And then we will basically... Oh, I need to make some more item pipes. Hold on. Let's snooze real quick, and then I'll finish that little setup. But first, we need item pipes. I think we're going to need some droppers, yeah, for this. So as a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and make 4 droppers. Shit, quit taking stuff out of the inventory, Chance. Now can I make it? No, I don't have any iron. Oh boy. Yeah, I really don't have any iron. Okay. I realize I could probably have just done this in my system here. Actually, let's back up a minute. Iron. There's 64. I'm not going to worry about breaking it down, doing all that stuff. Ah, this was the other thing I did, was get to an obsidian furnace. And this is part of the reason that I wanted blaze rods. Because now the obsidian furnace burns really quickly. And if we were to throw in the augment speed, it goes even faster. Of course, it burns through our coal faster. So generally, I try not to worry about that as, well, I just don't need it to be that fast unless I'm just really in a pickle. Which I usually try to stay out of pickles, coincidentally enough. Anyways, let's get our item pipes rocking and rolling. We'll do 1, we'll do 2, and that's all she wrote there. And now let's go finish this setup. Do I have... Right, sorry. This does not link up. Does not compute. So can I do this? We're missing block of redstone, but that's it. Okay. Give me 4, Jack. Shit. Alright. Now how many can I make? I can make 4. Let's just make 1 for now. I just wanted to see what our limitations on that was, really. So what is this? It's over 1, 2. It's like placed right above that one. Let's break this. Take our cobble. That should work there. Before we place this sieve back down, I need to place the mesh in there. Do I have enough string for all those meshes? No, not by a long shot. That's okay. Something tells me string will be quickly accumulated in here. Yeah, look at it go. You can probably pop that out and yeah, get a whole nother stack or so. Beautiful. So I'll just take those two and we'll see how many we can make. I need another 16. Correctamundo. 8 and 8. Oh no, that was 15. Sorry, Jack. Let's try that again. There. Now we have 16. And then, of course, in order to upgrade this, we just need flint, which we have out the wazoo. So we do 8 and 8. Then in order to upgrade that, we just need iron, which we... Did I put it in here? We have 75. We have enough. So we'll go ahead and do that. Throw those in. 8 and 8. And this we need gold. How much gold do we have? We only have 30. Ooh, that's not fantastic. But all of our iron should be smelted out by now, so let's go grab some gold. Gold, gold, gold. We can use this stuff. I've done it again. I'm sorry. I don't know why I feel the need to pull it out through that means. Send it all back. Send this stuff back. Shit, my wand. Okay. Accidentally got a little trigger happy there. One too many. It's alright though. This will just give us some leftover gold when everything is said and done. Also, probably could use some more coal in our furnace here. There we go. Now, how much gold were we looking for? We need 64, I think, in order to do all 16, because it's 4 times the amount of meshes that you have. We are currently sitting at 59, so yeah, this should just take, well, that much longer. Crouching. All right, so now we do this, we do that, and we get our 16 back. I think we have more than enough diamonds to do this as well. Awesome. So now we have a double sifting setup. So no matter how much we throw at this thing, it shouldn't get too overloaded. Pretty much ever. From my calculations, at least. We want to make sure that we have this machine set up on the right settings here. So all the way up. Sneak right clicking. All that stuff's right. You want to have sneaking off. You want to have right clicking on, by the way, just for complete clarification. Shit, wrong thing. You know, I do that a lot. What I meant to do was wrench. All right. So we'll probably want to upgrade this item pipe so I can actually pull stuff out at a commendable rate. And then here... Matter of fact... I need the ender chest to access both of these storage controllers. Also need to eat some food. We're actually running low on steak. That is surprising. Very surprising. Or I guess we could just use an ender chest for each one and just make sure they're all color-coded the same. It's a little expensive, but do I care? I guess not. And essentially what this would look like is that. So we're going to be pulling out from there and throwing it into the storage system. And then if I want to throw anything into it, we'll just have a little chest right here. Now, what we'll need to do is filter these item pipes so that way we don't pull gravel, sand, dust out from them. So go at pipes. We have the basic item pipes, which I don't believe allows us to upgrade them. Honestly, I don't think it's until diamond that you get to start putting a filter in these guys, which is a little steep, but it is the way it is. I suppose we could also go for laser IO. Let's see, if we do laser IO, we have chest set up. And laser IO and that. Yeah, you know what? That might be a better route for us to actually go. Let's see what it will take for us to get into that. Oh, it's already right here. So we need the laser node. We'll need the laser wrench. And we'll need the item card. So laser node, you have to have a laser connector. You have to have a logic chip. Raw logic chip. And that seems pretty doable. So let's start out by getting a block of quartz. We actually already have some. Cool. Fantastic. Occasionally this thing will give you the wrong item in the recipe. It's fine. Just swap it out. I need golden nuggets as well. Should have gold over here, right? Yeah. And then I'll directly deposit these into the system. And yeah, 1 and 2. So now that should be plenty of logic chips for us to do what we're trying to do here. 8. Let's go laser connector. It's glass and iron. We need to go to bed so no monster spawn. I think I just saw a piece of sugarcane just sort of floating up there. Am I correct in? Alrighty. Interesting. Interesting indeed. All right, so we have these. Let's go ahead and make this if we can. Can I? I can. 1. That's all I need. This. 1. Beautiful, beautiful. But I actually needed 2 of those. So I need to make another one of these. Can I? I can. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And then we just need the item cards, which are pretty basic. I think we need 1 for each side. So we need 4 total, I think. Hope I'm right about that. Can I make 4? I can. You only gave me 3, though. Just saying, you only gave me 3. I clicked on 4. What might have happened with the other one, you think? It's not in here, is it? Well, there's the extra storage control screen module I made from accidentally shift clicking. Teach me my lesson. Okay. Well, I mean, I do need 4 of them, so if I could have another one, that'd be great. And then what else did I say I needed? The wrench. Right. Just need the one wrench. Okay. Now, this should be a cleaner way of doing this, I hope. So let's get rid of this. We will throw this down. Maybe I didn't even need the wrench. We'll put an item card in. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to be extracting... Oh, you know what? I need a filter. Basic filter should work. 4 of them. I don't think I'll need 4. I think I just need 2, but thanks for the offer. Basic filter. Tell me I got enough. What am I missing? Oh, glass panes. It pains me that you don't just pull what is... Wow. Somebody just went zooming. All right, give me that. I'll take the little crafting on a stick, and then I'll just make the panes myself and send them back into the system. The fact that I have so much glass and yet no glass panes is a little worrisome. Shouldn't have sent them back into the system before I used them for what I needed them for. And there we go. Basic filter. Now, in this basic filter, again, we're just going to want to say gravel, sand, dust. I don't think anything else is going to be going in here. Or, I mean, crushed netherite, that kind of stuff. But we'll add that as we get it, because otherwise I'm going to have to go find it, break it, yada, yada, yada. So, south, this basic filter in. We want to filter dust. What's this? Allow, deny. Yeah, we want to deny dust, sand, and gravel. Is there a way you can... Okay, so now we can transfer 8 at a time. That's pretty good. We're already as low down as we can go as far as transfer speed goes. And then we'll have this, which is the east side. Item card, insert. Done. That's pretty much it. This way we don't have to worry about upgrading the pipe thing there 10 million different ways times. Yada, yada, yada. Let's go extract. And I think there was a way that I could have done both of these filters at the same time, but that's okay. So we'll increase that. This is a basic filter. Deny those. Yep, that's pretty much it. West, I'm going to add another item card, and we want to say insert. Good to go. Now, if I was to theoretically take all the blackstone out of here, over here, throw it in, move my tablet back, and it's good to go. Yeah, it's back. Did we only have 32? Was that? I guess so. Same thing. If we take diamonds, we have 77. Made sure to watch it that time. Throw it back in. Uh-oh, got lost again. Where would it be getting lost to, though? Oh, you know what? There's the blackstone. There's the diamonds. Okay, so if I want to pull out of this for gravel and sand and all that kind of stuff, I don't want to do that. I mean, I guess I could just use another set of ender chest, right? Just use one for input and one for output. Let's see, did I have to make any extra? I did not. That would have just been too wise. Two of those. And can I make two of these? One, two. Cool. Then I need some dye probably so I can change colors. So just give me some lapis. And we will need to reconfigure this a little bit. So let's just do... let's break that. We'll put a basic white one down, then we'll take the blue dye to customize this one. There. So it's blue, white, white, and that'll be for the input here. And if I come over here, we'll do the same thing. So now if I send through a stack of dust, this should go in with no problem. It should get smelted. I don't know if I'm going to make it over here quick enough to see it. Oh, I did. Some things are still getting launched off a little bit to the side, so maybe that's something we should worry about. It's going to throw the diamonds and all this kind of stuff back in here, though. And now that they're different color coding, that should work fine to send everything back through 100% of the time. So let's just give it another little test go here. We have 77 diamonds. If I throw diamonds in here, it will take them. And there we have it. Okay, cool. Now, we can't put sand and dust in there, obviously. Duh, chance. That makes sense. So then I really don't need this chest at all, because this is just for the output frequency. Right. So that's if I want to put materials in to be sieved, whatever, and then they should automatically go in and through. If anything can't go into our system, it should remain here in the ender chest, so that should be fine as well. And yeah, I think the only thing that I really need to do to this system now is re-expand this little item collector out, because it's... Sorry. It's maybe not exactly getting everything all in one. All right, and then I guess we just need to test this bad boy out, right? So let's put things back where they go. Throw all that in there. Throw that and that and that. Let's be real, I'm just kind of throwing everything in here. But that's okay. I guess I don't really need my dank now. I made it and I upgraded it and I spent all those materials and then I immediately didn't need it anymore. That's modded Minecraft. Or pretty much anytime you visit a shop in a video game and decide to buy an item. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Doesn't matter what game you're playing, doesn't matter what version you're on. If you go to buy an item and you think it's good, you just give it 10-20 minutes, you'll find something demonstrably better and be wondering why you spent your hard-earned money on an item in the shop that was seriously overpriced. We've all been there, it's all right. So let me just get one singular diamond. Click full stack, shift click single item. Doesn't make any sense. Why would you do it completely opposite of how the rest of Minecraft does it? What is this? Oh, cosmetic armor. Well, no, thank you. I think my cosmetics are fine, but I do appreciate the thought. Sometimes it's all that matters. All right, so let's get all this done. We're gonna break this down. That should be, yeah, quite a few stacks, right? Enough that I can't even put them all into our ender chest here, which brings me to question, should I have another little setup just like so? Do, 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 do. This, that, that. Can I use this wrench to, oh, well, beautiful. And then basically anytime I want to sieve anything, I just send it in like this. Now, that's going to be a little slow, so I think I will come to the pipes mod and look at maybe speeding that up. Can I afford this? Missing iron nuggets. Damn you, iron. Damn you. Okay, send it back. Give me this. Can I make this? Give me that. What am I missing? Missing gold? Am I really? I don't have any gold in my system. Holy guacamole. The sieving system is about to come in very much handy once I get the gravel production off the ground. All right, I don't know how much gold I needed, but I feel like that's enough. It is indeed. Can I make the diamond? I'm not spending that much redstone on that. So if I throw this in, it should pipe everything out with greater haste there. And it should be getting sieved over here. It is. Look at that. That's pretty beautiful. It's not picking up all the items, or maybe it's taking it a little while. Maybe I should make another upgrade here, there. Don't think we're gonna have enough gold. Well, maybe. It only takes 4 pieces. I got it. Because we're gonna need to export the items from the machine, so I should really do another upgrade. Man, now that I think about it. Or no, these don't even use pipes. I'm so silly. I just need to upgrade these. How do these get upgraded? Laser IO. Don't we have like a card overclocker? You think that might be it? It's been a little bit since I've messed with laser IO. I'm gonna assume it's the card overclocker. Node overclocker. Could also probably just make a book and not have to assume anything. Let's go make sure that our machine actually got through it all, though, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it's still got stuff on the ground that it's, like, trying to get through it. It goes too fast. Never thought I'd say that or have that problem, but... Oh, wait, or maybe... Yeah, give me all that stuff. It's trying to put something in that I don't have in the system. Oh, that makes so much more sense. It's not the fact that it can't keep up. It's that I'm dumb and lack of foresight. All right, so what we're going to do is throw this in. Shucks, that sucks. Throw this in. I mean, I guess we'll throw it in there. And then basically what we want to do is take, how much obsidian do we have access to? Obsidian, where are you? Oh man, we really must not have a lot. That's all right. I do have some sort of being made on the backup here, just as a constant sort of switching, swapping, making sure I have some so I don't have to annoyingly click buckets. So what I do is I break this tank. And this isn't efficient, no, but this also isn't my final setup, so, you know, cut me a break. And then you just throw it down there. This little setup is just a source block of water on top, barrel, pump in lava, pump out obsidian. Easy as pie. If you're wondering how to automate barrels, that is how. Because if you just try to pump in water and lava, it won't work. Trust me. I been there, tried that. So the reason I needed the obsidian is so that way we can start making some void upgrades here within what's it called? 1, 2. Honestly, I feel like 4 is pretty good because we just need this for all the pebbles. I didn't realize we were going to be getting so many pebbles from Blackstone, but apparently it's Pebble City. Pebbles to the max. So 1 there and 1 there. And then we might be good. Right click everything in. Now we have amethyst, so okay, it's over here. Right click everything in. Yeah, I mean that seems to have fixed it. Let's go check back over here. Although I suppose I did just pick up everything and then deposit it myself. So what we can do is just run another little course of that through. Let's see, do we have enough deep slate to run back? Hey, we're already back to 2K. All right, right on. Let's grab this, do this. Oh, I need 1 more. That. And that. You know, as far as testing machines goes, this is probably one of the more satisfying machines that you actually get to test and sort of retest, come back through. Because it's nice to see all the materials go into your base, especially when you've been sieving everything pretty much this whole time. So we got our crushed deep slate. Throw that bad boy in there. Run on over to enjoy the show of the flying materials. Although if it's doing its job right, yeah, they shouldn't be flying for too much. Oh, sorry, bud. You never stood a chance, and that's my fault, really. Nobody tell his parents. It looks like we're still getting some cloggage in some shape, form, or manner. Let me run over here and see what's stopping up the system. Maybe we're just like full up on copper or something. No? It's in here. It's just not pulling fast enough. Okay. I mean, that's something we can do something with. So let's grab the storage scanner and let's, I mean, basically just see how crazy this stuff gets out of hand. Pretty bad, but it's still going, right? It's still working. So let's go back to laser IO just because I want this fully functioning before we're like, and we're good. And can I make this? I can. No, I can't. Psych, got your ass. All right, get out of here and bringeth me thy quartz, my minion. Just 1 stack of that should be fine. We will need to, I'm picking up stuff on the job. We will need to go smelt it down, and I need to throw this deep slate pebbles right there. One, 2, 3, and 4. BEA UT full. Throw that in. That in. I don't have a book. That's right. Can I make a book? Yes, I can. Shit. I didn't mean to click on that. All right. And then make myself a little 1st edition manual. Could I have looked it up online? Yeah, sure. But that's not immersive. We don't get to learn together like that. Cards. No, we already know all about those. Card mechanics. Sneaky. Sneaky setting determines which side of the adjacent inventory the card attempts to operate on. For example, a furnace accepts items from the top side of the block. If the node is on a side of the furnace, set the sneaky mode of the insert card to up. Interesting. So it's essentially saying we can have the laser AI or IO positioned on the back of a furnace, but we could have it act as though it's inserting from the top, which is really cool if I do say so myself. Extract amount. Okay, extract amount is only available on extractor and stalker modes, yada yada yada. For example, if set to 8 items, for the extractor will extract 8 items. Yeah, that makes sense. Stalker cards have a default value of 1 and a maximum value of 8, unless card overclockers are installed. So it is a card overclocker. The following extract amounts are allowed with the designated overclockers installed. So 1 does 16, 2 does 32, 3 does 48, 4 does 64. If you want to extract 64 items at a time, you need 4 overclockers installed. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't read anything about the other card there, that the node overclocker, but I guess I don't really care as long as I got my answer, right? So 1 and 1. That'll at least put us up to 16 for each. So that, I mean, it might be enough to keep up. It's literally doubling our ability to sift and sort through shit. So we shall see. So it said it only works on extractors, right? This is an extractor. There you go. And this is an extractor. Oh, wait, do I need to... Yeah, I need to increase the amount. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that on this one as well. Yeah, now it's doing 16 items per 20 ticks. So like I said, working double. And you know, I mean, why not just keep up with the trend and try this again? But I mean, we're sieving several blocks of material now, and it's taken no time whatsoever. So once we set up automation for gravel, sand, dust, we should have infinite resources pretty much. I don't want to throw it in there. I want to make sure that the system works entirely. So I want to go over here and throw it where we should be throwing it, which is right here. And honestly, I think a jetpack may soon be in our future because I'm getting tired of all this running around, man. It seems to be working much better. So maybe just doing the 16 was all that I needed there. Might still get a little clogged up with all the pebbles, you know what I mean? Because that's a lot more items. But overall, I mean, it's keeping up. It's doing the stuff. So, very appreciative of that. And then basically, if I want to expand this, I just go up, you know? I just keep going up and add a layer and add more machines and add a layer and add more machines and so on and so forth. So if I want to make this fully automated, I mean, this bottom one could be like gravel, sand, and the next one could be dust, soul sand, and the next one could be netherrack, deep slate, or, you know, whatever the hell we're doing on that given day. But we're also now up to 118 uranium already, so that's really good for us because it means we can probably get into making those uranium blocks, which will make our lava production faster, which means we have higher potential to make our energy consumption and generation faster as well. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I know there was a lot that went on in this episode, and if you're wondering about any of the blocks that I have here, most of them come from chipped. If they don't come from chipped, then they come from the re-chiseled mod, as I've already shown off in the past, but just in case you saw anything in this episode and you're like, wow, that's really cool, that's where I get it from. Thanks everybody for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Sorry that this one was so jam-packed full of stuff, but again, as we get into the later parts of All the Mods 9, and especially in All the Mods 9 to the Sky, there's a lot of little mods that help us along the way with the big mods, and so I want to showcase them, but I don't necessarily want to spend an entire episode working on them. Says the man that just spent an entire episode working on civs. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new here. You want to see more awesome content from yours truly. Share it out if you got friends, family that you think may enjoy. Of course, as per the usual, I hope you do all stay safe, stay awesome. Sorry, it's just it doesn't matter. Let's clear my throat. Stay safe, stay awesome, and stay crafting. Until next time, you beautiful, beautiful people. Peace.